Hello and welcome, I am Magus Verborn, the Magician of Words, here to answer the question, should you grind? Underground Circuit, one of the newest events evolved in the 1.1 update of Neverness to Everness. Now before we get into the actual rewards of this mode, let's have a talk about what actually goes on in the mode itself. So the Underground Circuit involves you racing against 5 other players in a Mario Kart style battle royale. You pick up guns, you fire off blue shells effectively, and you compete for the first place prize. You can do this in pairs. All the vehicles can have 2 players riding in, a second player riding shotgun. So you can have 2 players operating the guns that sort of hover over the roof, which are varying degrees of effective. But I will say that the most fun that I have in this mode is when there are, in fact, 2 players in the same car, which in the footage, one of these races does involve me being in the sidecar, which was maybe the most boring match I've had in a long time, but we did win. We got first place. It was, spoilers, I guess. It's a pretty straightforward run. Like, everybody else lagged behind and we just kind of soared ahead. I don't know what they were doing back there. But this is one of those events where your mileage may vary. Some people have said they find it to be pretty fun slop. It's definitely the most interesting of all the events that were brought with the 1.1 update, now that we've had some time to kind of sift through it and see how it makes it tick. It is, I would say, unfinished. Some people on Twitter I've seen have definitely not been very happy with this mode, and I've made a whole video about the problems with some of the with the events that have come out in this update. And honestly, since the release of the game, I am hopeful that some of these events in the future will be slightly more polished and ready to go. Well, let's have a look at the rewards first to see what we're in for. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. There's some fabricated dice. There's some manolith. There's some cinema tickets. There's fonds. Various upgradable materials. There's all sorts of stuff. There is a title that I'm ignoring because it only lasted 60 days. You probably don't need that. Now, obviously this event is a little bit strange. It started off that you could only acquire up to 15,000 of the currency involved in this event. Black bolts, bolt shop currency. And it's been going up by 5,000 every single day. Now, I will tell you right out the gate that it is worth grabbing all of these wonderful rewards from the shop. Until you have bought everything that you desire, you can probably ignore Polar Knight Racer and the regular beetle coins, because they are 100 beetle coins for every 100 points, and that means that you are getting 5,000 beetle coins every single day. It takes about 4.5 minutes to actually complete a race, and depending on your method, that could mean that you're spending about 15 minutes playing the game, or it could mean something closer to half an hour. Let me do the napkin math. So obviously one of the ways that you can actually farm this event is by playing it normally, going in, doing the race, shooting everybody in the head, and that will potentially allow you to complete the race in only 3 races. You acquire 2,000 bolts on a first placement in every race. So theoretically, if you do pretty well, you get a couple of firsts or even 1 first, and then you do well enough in the other 2 races, you may just acquire the bolts that you need. 15 minutes in and out, pretty quick thing, including load times. There is a way to passively grind this event, which involves simply standing at the start of the race and waiting for it to end, which takes about the same amount of time with none of the effort. This will get you 800 bolts. Now, if you want to farm with this method, you're going to take about 6 attempts. Now, why do I say about 6? It's because technically 5,000 divided by 800 is 6.25, which would imply 7 runs. However, if even 1 person is eliminated in the match, that puts you up to 900 points rewarded to you at the end of the match. And if somebody else has the same idea as you to stand still at the start of the race, that's another 100 points added to the total to get 1,000 points at the end of the race. You only need to get higher than last place twice in order to complete this challenge within 6 attempts, which is about half an hour of time. Now, Obviously, that's a long time to farm this event, but realistically speaking, you can just hit the start button, go away, make a cup of tea, play a different gacha. So with all said and done, once you have completed all of these challenges, once you've grabbed all the currency, you probably don't need to keep grinding. If we're answering the question, should you grind? The answer is until you have grabbed all of the unique rewards that are not the title or the beetle coins. That's pretty much what you need. After that point, it really isn't worth your time, especially if you're passively grinding it out. If you're spending half an hour to collect 5,000 beetle coins, you might as well go fishing or beat up some crime in the city. Do something else with your time, unless you really, really love shooting other people in cartoon cars. If you really love wacky races, maybe this is the game mode for you. But for my professional opinion, you should only grind until you've grabbed really just the blue and maybe just the purple and orange stuff, and maybe these experience guides and colors dyes and man crooks. All of these development. Oh well, the green system. You know what? I take it back. You might as well get everything. You might as well get everything except for the beetle coin, infinite beetle coins, and the title. Like you might as well. I guess it's not very exciting, but I guess you could view it as you can get 5,000 after you get everything else. You get 5,000 beetle coins a day for 2 days, or you can get a title. And honestly, 10,000 beetle coins is not very much at all. Like by the time you get up to the high levels, 100,000 is nothing, because that's how much you get for running a coinicle. You get 120,000, I think, at the level that I'm at. So yeah, should you grind this? Sure, get everything else, get the title if you want, and then move on with your life. Get ready for the next event. I don't know why this thing is running for 30 days, but it threatens to come back. So stay tuned for the next one. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. And I'll see you in the next Should You Grind in the next video. Have a good one. See ya.